Hi, this is Mel from MelPinkJournals, and today I want to create a junk journal with you in this video out of this old book cover. I think it was a calendar. It was a gift from a friend. It's 2000. It was 2005, so it's nearly 20 years old. And as you can see, the pages are already removed. There are just 2 pages left. And I will show you a detailed process how to do this. So first of all, I want to remove these pages because I don't need them. So now I am left with this cover, and it's a bit thicker and sturdy, and it has this little bit of, not bulk, but when you put a felt onto your cardstock and then you put on some fabric or some scrapbooking paper, then you get this structure, and I like it very much. So let's see. I want to cover up the whole thing in one go with the fabric. So I have this kind of rose gold. Don't know if you can see it very well in the camera because of the light. Maybe this is a bit better. So this is the faux leather. And I will glue my cover just, stay in frame, just down on this fabric. And then I will cut it out, fold on the edges, fold on these parts, and then I will be right back. And I will speed this process up a bit. So I use my all-time favorite and trusted Fabric Fix glue. It's fast grab, quick dry, washable, acid-free. Paper on paper, fabric on fabric, and paper on fabric. Because it's so very fast drying, I want to put on just a bit, then glue it onto my fabric, and then do the other side. Just leave a little fabric overhanging, so maybe 2 or 3 centimeters. I think 2 centimeters will be enough. Maybe this is 1.5, it will be enough. You can move your cover around for a few seconds, but as I said, this this glue is very quick drying. And just smooth it out a bit so that your fabric stays in place. And you can use a bone folder as well. So the next thing is cutting off the overhanging fabric. There's no need to cut it perfectly because we will cover up the inside, and this is the clue with the junk journal. You don't have a need of perfection. So now for the edges, I just put glue into my edge. And put this over. Some fabrics will hold in place very well, other will not. So you have to put your finger onto here, or you can use another thing you put on, so like the glue bottle or a clip or something. We will see if this works out. Okay, I think I need some clips. So for example, this sewing clips, it just depends on the fabric you're using. Some fabrics will stay in place better, and this is a very thick fabric, so it will not stay in place by its own, but it doesn't matter. when the glue grips, it will stick on it very well. So then just let this dry for a few moments, maybe 5 minutes maximum, I would say. So next step is gluing on the sides. It doesn't matter if you start on the longer or the shorter side. So just remove the clips. And I have some marks over here because I let the clips on for a longer time and did some other stuff. But I like the marks, so I will let them be. Just take off your sleeves, roll them up so that you not glue your sleeves to your journal. So I think I will start here. I like to put a bit of glue into here so that this fabric can or will be glued to each other, because it's a very thick fabric and the glue will not seep through. So then I will put on the glue right onto my fabric so that I know where to put it. And then just fold it over. And because it's a thick fabric and it will not stay in place by its own, otherwise than other fabrics would do, thinner fabrics, I will use some clips again, so some sewing clips, and they will leave some marks. They will leave some marks on the fabric, but I don't mind. Maybe I like the look of it. I will see when it's ready, and if I don't like the look of it, I will just sew around, but not with my sewing machine because this is too thick. I already know because I did some of this kinds of journals before, but with my hand I will punch, if I don't like the marks, I will punch holes and then just go around with a thread and a needle by hand. If you use a thinner fabric, it would be better to protect your desk, as I did before, with some paper. So, for example, baking paper. I love to use baking paper. Or with a craft mat or anything else, but this fabric is so thick that the glue will not seep through. So I don't have to cover my table or my desk. Oh, it's already dried. Just put on a bit more. And it's in the evening right now. And I will let stay this paper clips, not paper clips, sewing clips, pardon, the sewing clips overnight, maybe 24 hours or a bit more, just because I have some appointments tomorrow and I will not craft tomorrow, I think. But it would be enough to let it stay in place for, don't know, maybe 15 to 20 minutes or something like this. So the fabric fix is drying very, very fast. It just depends on the glue you use. I used some double-sided tape before, but it worked very well. But the problem for me was when I punched the holes through the spine for my signatures, because the double-sided tape will not dry at any time, so I ran into some issues, and my pokey stick, my pokey tool, had some glue on it, and it was very difficult to remove the glue. So oops, So I like to use Fabric Fix instead. But if you don't have Fabric Fix, it's a very expensive, very good but very expensive glue, or you just want to use what you have at hand, you can use double-sided tape instead. So the strong one, which you will use for some carpets when you put some carpets onto your floor in your flat or your house. This will work out fine very well too. Just as I said before, when you poke your holes through your spine, it can be that your awl or your poking stick, pokey tool, pokey stick, something like this, will have glue on it too, and it's very difficult to remove it. I like to start in the middle and work my way through the outsides. So I start with a paper clip, sewing clip. It's a sewing clip. You can use paper clips, but I like to use sewing clips. I like to start in the middle and at the spine and work my way through the edges. It's just my personal preference. It doesn't matter where you start. Maybe it would be a good idea to start at the edges. I don't know. I just do it this way. And I put some paper clips right onto the edges so that the edges will stay in place perfectly. So that's it for our cover right now. I really, really love the look of it because I love this this fabric, or this, it's not really fabric, as I said, it's some kind of vinyl. It's a faux leather. And I already know I will decorate the cover further, so I will put on something onto here. I think I will do nothing to the spine. Maybe I will ink the edges a bit, and I will do nothing to the back because you don't look at the back and you can feel and see the fabric very well. The faux leather, love it so much. And for the inside, I will let this dry, and then I will cover up. I think I will cover up the inside covers first, maybe with some fabric, or you can use scrapbooking paper as well. And I like to cover up the middle piece, so the spine, and with a piece of fabric because it's flexible, and I will let this hang over. And as you can see here, this is upside down. It doesn't matter, you can do whatever you want. This 2005 thing is a bit, it's not visible, but you can feel it. So maybe I will do it this way, but it really, really doesn't matter. So see you again later. This is all dried now. So the next step is putting in something for the inner cover. So first remove all your clips. And as I said, they leave these little marks. We will check the outside in a moment. So, and you have these marks on the outside too. I don't mind. Maybe I will let it be as it is. We will see later. So now for the inside. I want to use some of this kind of fabric. So the back side is fabric and the front is this matte material, something like a vinyl. And I will not cover the whole journal in once because this is very thick. I will just cover it right to the spine, so leaving a little hangover, so maybe 5 millimeters or so, and then I will cover it up with some thinner fabric, maybe some jeans or something like this. So this fabric vinyl thing has this white edges, so I will get rid of them. So this is the edge where I will gonna cut. Using my metal ruler and my craft knife. So I will do the same thing for the other side, and then I will be right back. Both parts are cut to the perfect size, and keep this little offcuts for other projects. Now I will use my fabric fix again and just glue these pieces on. Because this vinyl fabric thing is very thick and it sticks a bit out on the edges, I will use my sewing clips again. And I will do the same for the other side, and then I will be right back. Now this is what we got so far. And while this is drying, I try to figure out which thing I want to use, which fabric I want to use to cover this inside. As I said before, maybe some jeans. I will be right back with the fabric. So I found a piece of jeans I want to use. And I did not cut it perfectly straight because I just used my fabric scissors and none of these rotoring tools. Of course, you can cut it very straight if you like to, or you can sew around the edges or something like this. So I don't mind if it's not perfectly straight because it's a junk journal and it's handmade, and for me it's perfectly fine. So this overlaps the spines. The covers a bit, so it's wider than the spine. I think just for the look of it, I will sew around, so I will not put in the edges. I will just sew around to give it a bit more of structure and interest. So I will be right back. So finished. I just used a regular zigzag stitch. So now I will glue in this piece. So now I will let this dry for a few more minutes. I want to show you the next steps while we are waiting for this cover to dry. I will use this Tim Holtz hitch fastener, so it's a kind of screw. So you put a hole into your journal, so in the front, this is our front, this is our back, front cover. So you will put in this little screw thing, and then you have this kind of, it's not a button, not a hook, I don't know how to say it, and this looks stands out from your journal, and you can put something around. And I want to put an eyelet over here and attach. You can attach an elastic band, but I want to attach a little chain, and then I will put 2 holes into the cover here, 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 and here, and attach some eyelets too, using my pliers. And then I will attach 2 strings of elastic, so you have removable signatures. So I will do the hole punching and attaching the eyelets thing out of camera, and then I will be right back.